Greetings, everyone. I wanted to do a little PSA today on something that I've been thinking about that just kind of came to my attention. And it's something that I believe that a lot of people think about, but nobody really says anything. It just tends to pass on. So something's come to my attention recently. Um, I don't want to put any names or anything out there to put blame on anybody or anything like that, but I saw where one of my friends, said that someone was talking about their recently deceased mother because they didn't like that person or whatever. Um, so what I want to talk to, the fact is that, and a little explicit warning here, there will be some strong language, so if your kids are around, uh, just keep that in mind. So I'm going to speak some truth here. So I usually don't talk about a lot of things like this, but this thing kind of hits home, and it really kind of got to me. So I wanted to say something about it. Um, it's just absolutely wrong. Uh, to anybody who thinks that that is okay, I want to tell you something. That you are the absolute worst type of fucking human being. You are just a total piece of shit. Worthless. You have absolutely no right to say anything to anybody about their loved ones who have passed or anyone that was close to them dearly because you have no idea. And even if you have lost someone that is close to you and you have felt that before, it still doesn't not give you the right to say that to somebody. It is extremely disrespectful and wrong on so many levels. It, it irritates me almost to no end, the fact that people can say things like this. And what I said earlier is that a lot of people think but nobody says anything about is this right here. And people who like to throw slack and toss their dead relative's name around like that in disrespect, you're the lowest form of human being. You you deserve nothing from the world and from everyone else. It's it boggles me to no end of how someone can be like that. Uh, you're not taking into consideration anything of that person's life and what that other person they lost, their life, impacted on them and how they feel about it. I lost both of my parents, and personally, I can't remember many times I've had anyone say anything about either of them. And I can't imagine what it would feel like if someone did. Um, so I just want you to know if anyone is listening, who knows someone like that, or if you are that person who does that, is you're almost not even a person, really. I mean, how could you even be so heartless and emotionless? It's, like I said, it's wrong and disrespectful on so many levels, and you are the lowest form of life, an absolute abomination of a human being. And you see, I wouldn't wish that feeling on anybody. The people who are saying that, these mean things, I wouldn't wish them on them the pain of having to bear and go through of losing your parent or a loved one that was that close to you. You you almost can't even. People who have been through it, you know what I'm talking about. But if you've never experienced it, it is something beyond comprehension almost. And it gives you absolutely no right, no matter what the situation is. If someone has lost a parent or a loved one, you have absolutely no right to say anything like that. So, in conclusion, I'm sorry I'm ranting about this, but like I said, I usually don't post many things on Facebook anymore nowadays, but it really kind of got to me, and you usually don't see people, saying things like this nowadays, or I mean, you hear about it a lot, but it's just something that people don't like to address. Um, we hear about those kind of people, but we never bring anything up or really tend to say anything about it. And It shouldn't be like that because it's wrong. I mean, my heart goes out to anyone out there who has lost a parent or a loved one because I've been there. I know what, I've gone through that twice. I know what it's like. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemies. So, it, to anyone out there who feels the need to resort to something like that in some kind of argument or any situation, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Um, think about the shit you say before you say it, because you don't know what you're affecting on that person or yourself down the road. I mean, who knows? You could say something about that, and then a few years down the road, some shit could happen to you. The worst thing, you could lose someone, and you get a new perspective on life, because that's what happens when you lose someone that close, and something like that tragic happens to you. It changes you as a person, and changes your perspective on life and how you view things and other people. And some people just don't get that. And like I said, just because you're ignorant to that fact doesn't give you the right to say anything like that. So, and if you feel like that is a reliable or necessary way to try to handle something or situation, you get mad at someone just to bring that shit up just because of the spite of the moment, it's not fucking right. You have absolutely no right, and you're just a total piece of shit. So that's all I really got to say about it. I'm sorry for ranting for so long, but it's just something that shouldn't be kept quiet. So if you hear about this, if anyone, like I said, I'm sorry. Heart goes out to if you've lost someone recently. But if someone is being that disrespectful like that in that kind of way, it shouldn't be tolerated in any form, and it should be dealt with. The shit needs to be cut off and stopped because it is absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. So don't stay quiet. You know, voice your mind, and always be respectful. That's all I gotta say. So, thanks for listening.